And also this thing is really slow. And if you hear my parents yelling, they're yelling at my sister. And also this thing is really slow. Okay, finally we got it working. I don't know why it takes long, but instead of doing a battle royale, we're gonna be doing the 1v1 box fight. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be doing Fortnite again because I feel like it. And I guess this could be a shout out to Acer me too. Okay, let's go. Yeah, wait. Okay, so my mic's working this minute. Why do I hit everybody? Oh. I always, if I had to. Safe. Or something. Or just stays safe. So that's how that. Okay. I can never find them.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
Shut up and take my money.
Nice. It was perfect. Perfect. Everything.
I don't want peace. I want problems.
So I went on Facebook Marketplace and found this piece of a PC for only $250. Now, just so you get an idea on the specs, this PC has a GTX 1080 and an i7 6700K. It also has liquid cooling, and on top of that, it comes in a mini PC case, which is just crazy to me. Because you'd actually sit there and think, how do you cramp all of this inside? So we're actually gonna take this out just to see what's inside how it was put together because I'm genuinely curious on how this was done. So this is the GPU. You have the power supply right down here, and you have the motherboard, and I think you can see the other stuff from the top, so we're actually gonna take the top off as well. This is just a really interesting build to me. I don't know if you guys can feel the same, and obviously we're gonna test the performance later on, but for now I just want to see everything that this PC has, so we can obviously
We're now getting closer to Christmas, which means it's peak time for some bargains and also some scams. So why don't we kick off the festive season with a look at my brand new RTX 4090 that I just bought from China for just £29. Right, so this here is meant to be my RTX 4090 that I've ordered from China for about £25–30. Clearly exactly what one of these is meant to cost you, and just in time for the Christmas season. So it doesn't say it cost me that much, it says here it was $20, the weight's wrong, this has all been filled out incorrectly, and it's no surprise, it's been opened by customs. I don't know if you can see that, it's got the slice marks down there, another one down there where they've opened it up to make sure it's nothing suspicious. Sometimes they do it randomly, sometimes they do it if the paperwork doesn't line up, and sometimes it's if they x-ray it and it doesn't show up as what it is. So already off to a great start. That didn't stop them from, seizing this item, they've still sent it to me. So we have the £25 RTX 4090. And what's in the box? Got it the wrong way around. How's this open? Slides out. This immediately looks bad. What do we got? Thank you for your order. Hello valued customer, thank you for your order of NVIDIA RTX 4090 graphics card. We hope you will enjoy this product. If there are any issues, please reach out to us at shop1104014048 at valuebuy.xyz. Don't need Amazon or eBuyer. Yeah, you want to use valuebuy.xyz. As your purchase is under category of computer graphics card, please use manufacturer covered by software. Got any of that? How to install physics effects on a massive scale. Tens thousands of objects, rigid body. It doesn't look like foam. This probably been broken. 90s. That is a very old NVIDIA logo. What card even is this? We're going to have to plug it in and find out. But the £25 RTX 4090 is certainly a graphics card. Let's go upgrade actually, we're going from a 46 wheel. I will actually be amazed if there's always a chance. Where's the computer? It feels quite post signal. Is the monitor on? Come on, give us this, which is the instruction sheet from the seller. And we need to go find some NVIDIA 90 drivers. Right, we'll run these and we will see what it does. Let's demonstrate version 1064-bit, the latest drivers for the RTX 4090. There's a few odd example everything. Maybe it just needs a restart. Fortunately, after another restart, the system seemed to stabilize and in a graphic to flash them as it does a 90 scam. Well, it seems to be Nvidia's second-tier flagship from 2012, being the GTX 670, only they have made some slight modifications to try and soup things up slightly, and it's certainly no RTX 4090. But for the money paid, it's not actually that bad. It's based on the GK104 variant of Kepler, which was Nvidia's architecture a while ago, as opposed to the latest Ada-based GPUs. It does pack a bit of a punch still, with 1,344 CUDA cores, 112 TMUs, 32 ROPs, and 2GB of GDDR5-based VRAM, which shows up as 0 MB on the computer. So, notice that some people see where from taught and earlier, so we know it can do 3D graphics, and DirectX 12 at that. But the question is If you did go and get yourself scammed on the RTX 4090 and ended up with one of these, just how bad are things going to be? And is the performance so dire that you'll be feeling regret the moment you start the benchmarks? Starting off the benchmarks, we have Red Dead. We're now getting close to try and soup things up slightly, and it's certainly no RTX 4090, but for the money paid, it's not actually that bad. It's based on the GK104 variant of Kepler, which was Nvidia's architecture a while ago, as opposed to the latest Ada-based GPUs. It does pack a bit of a punch still, with 1,344 CUDA cores, 112 TMUs, 32 ROPs, and 2GB of GDDR5 based VRAM, which shows up as 0 MB on the computer. So, no clue what's going on there. It does support Vulkan, DirectX 12, NVENC, and enough features that they should, if they do work, they've actually got enough on here that some people may very well be fooled into thinking they've somehow got an RTX 4090.
Wrench on it and try to fix it to see if I can make a profit. I've watched a ton of these auction fixing videos on YouTube where people get cool cars for a fraction of the full price, but it always seems like the person making them does it as their full-time job, or at least has a lot of experience. I'm a complete beginner. Am I about to absolutely get rinsed and lose a ton of money? I don't know. But I do know the first step is you want to narrow in on what car you want to look for. Now my pick is going to be very controversial. I've been a closeted lover of this car for years. This is like top 5 worst things I can think of coming out as, but I'm gonna be brave. This car was released when I was in middle school, and as soon as I saw it, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. As soon as a SoundCloud rapper would make it back in the day, this is what they would buy. Although it costs $160,000 brand new and it looks like a supercar, true enthusiasts quickly shut it down because it's just not fast. And if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm gonna be looking for a BMW i8. And I thought it would also be a fun challenge to see if I can buy this car for less than what it would cost me to buy a brand new Toyota Prius, which a well-optioned one is gonna run you about $41,000. Step 2 was to look through auctions that are selling the car you're looking for. I looked for auctions where an insurance company was selling it directly rather than a third party, as that seems a little less sus. I also didn't want to buy a high mileage one or one that was insanely crashed, which landed me on this option right here. This thing looks pretty sick. Not a huge fan of the rims. I think those are aftermarket, but I love the black exterior with the light interior, and it only has 28,000 miles. This is like the perfect spec in my eyes. A few days later, the car was set to be up for auction, so it was beast time. I sat down with my good friend Sam, who's got some motion in the auto industry, and he walked me through the auction process.
Oh, that's tough.
Bid 800,000, bro.
There was a few cars ahead of the big body Beamer, but sure enough, it eventually came up, and it was go time.
Here, we're in.
Yo, we're in. We're so in.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
14 grand. 14. Can we get it for 14? There's no shot.
This is gonna be a long one, I promise.
15 grand was all.
The auction started at around 10 grand and kept going up from there. I was feeling a little nervous as I saw the price climb to 18,000, then 19, and then past that, but the auction stopped at $20,775, with us being the highest bidders.
Oh! Let's go, 20K!
I kind of can't believe this is real. We actually won. I was hoping to get it under 25. We won for about 20 grand, 2 grand worth of auction fees, so about 22 grand total. I'm gonna go to the bank, then go to an auction branch to pay for the car, and then I think we can start driving out to pick up the car. So after all the fees were said and done, I paid 22.5 grand to clear my debts with the auction, and I was now allowed to pick up the vehicle. Now normally you'd pay a professional car carrier truck driver to pick up the car for you and then drop it off wherever you'd like. But it's only 5 hours away from me, so I just paid for a U-Haul trailer, and I'm gonna go try to pick it up myself. So we're gonna drive out tomorrow morning and hopefully get to see the car.
Chat, that was about like a 6-7 hour drive, but we made it. I think they're gonna let me have the car. They put them on these like giant forklifts, and I think they just load it up straight on the trailer, so we're just waiting for our turn now.
We did have to wait a couple more hours for it to be our turn, but it was well worth it once I saw this giant forklift carrying a hypercar approach our trailer. Yeah, I've never towed a car, so I did my best to strap this thing up, but I'm really glad I rizzed up some experienced gentlemen waiting in line. They had the forklift driver push the car further back onto the trailer, and then I ran into some subscribers who helped me strap down the front. Oh yeah. It was a team effort, but I was driving out feeling super confident with how the car was strapped down. However, that confidence was shaken up as we found ourselves on the side of the freeway just 15 minutes later.
So the doors can't seem to close for some reason. Angel and Juan were telling me it's because the battery's dead, so it can't latch. But we were hoping they wouldn't fly open on the freeway.
I whipped up this freak Bob strap down lituation, but luckily it was revealed to me that I could just manually lock the door with a key, so that's what I went with, and then just took it really slow and steady on the way home. By the absolute grace of the Lord, we did make it home, but honestly, super sketch process, and after gas and U-Haul rental fees, it cost me the same to just have it shipped. The car was home, but fully dead, sitting on a giant trailer in a residential neighborhood. So the clock was ticking, I needed to start it to put it in neutral to roll it into my garage before someone reported me, and I also needed to return the trailer. I borrowed some jumper cables from my neighbor. I thought this was just a thing you see in movies, so I had to watch a quick tutorial on how jumping works. I hooked everything up, and it worked, at which point I rehooked the trailer, spent like an hour aligning it on my driveway, and by the time I did that, the car was dead, and I didn't leave it in neutral when I started it earlier, so I rage quit, left the car lined, and went to Walmart to buy a portable starter so that I didn't have to unhook the trailer again. That actually worked, so I realigned everything again, had someone super skinny jump inside to hit the brakes while I just manually pushed it off the trailer, and with the car off, I was officially out of this 48-hour fear dream. My mind was at ease, I could return the trailer and regroup. In the evening, Sam came by to check out the car, and together we took off the front hood. He explained that to begin this fixing process, I had to start taking off parts that looked broken, so I went out and purchased some tools and a jack stand at Harbor Freight so I could really start wrenching. I also just realized how environmentally conscious I'm being. Not only is this a hybrid car, I bought it crashed, so I'm saving it from the dump. I'm also likely going to be using recycled parts to put it back together. Mr. Beast, Kamala, Trump, if you're watching this, hand them over. Give me my carbon credits. Go ahead and put the carbon credits in the bag, bro. Now that I had some tools, I began the fixing process by attempting to take off the fender, which I gave up on pretty quickly, and then went for the bumper. It took me a couple sessions, a few rage quits, but I was eventually able to take it off and could now see the full scope of the damage. Hell, off rip, even with my untrained eye, I could see we would need new headlights, new brackets for the headlights, a new bumper and everything that comes with that, like the grill and whatnot, a new hood as well as the mechanism for the hood to open, new SpongeBob fish tank, new fenders for both sides, and then the trickiest part, the actual mechanical damage up front here, and then any pipes and mounts or brackets leading up to that cooling system, which could stretch pretty deep into the car.
Yeah, chat, we're cooked. I'm honestly super overwhelmed. Like, this seemed like a way better idea in my notes app. I think the trickiest part here is that there's like no tutorials on how to do anything on an i8, and even there are a couple, but their cars don't look like what this car looks like. Yeah, I think there's only one way to proceed here, fellas.
Yeah, there's just no way I could do this solo. I probably should have started on a simpler car with less damage, but my dad came by and things got a lot more hopeful. Together, we got both of the fenders off, which was actually way more difficult than I had expected. But as more and more damaged parts started to come off, I could now begin researching and looking for replacement parts. I called my local BMW dealership to see how much they would charge for some of the major things we needed, and
it's not cheap, I'll tell you that.
It was actually insane.
One headlight is $4,882. It's like 9-10 grand for both. Hood is $6,194.
So I was gonna have to go with some used parts, which were not cheap either. But after some digging, I found an eBay seller who had a lot of the parts I needed, and they were even in the same color that I needed. So I called them up, and we were able to strike a little deal. We'll do like a full price breakdown at the end, but after this acquisition, I still needed a ton of critical but smaller items that held everything together. So I went on this website that that had a bunch of diagrams, and I had to sit there and try to piece everything together, figure out the whole front end system of this car. I ordered some of those parts directly from that website, some off eBay, and was also actually able to find a local dismantler selling a couple pipes I needed, so we were able to get those at like a fraction of the price.
What I did back there is how you're actually supposed to partake in this business if you want to make money. You can't just pay full price for these parts online. You got to go to some dismantling yards, some junk yards, some pick and pulls, try to strike a Mazal deal. The issue is BMW i8s are a pretty rare car, so none of the dismantling yards around me have them. So I have to buy all of these parts online, and you just can't negotiate the same way online.
So although kind of pricey, the online parts did start coming in. This right here was that big order, so they had to ship it to a commercial address, but I didn't get scammed. All the parts were actually there. I also bought a brand new battery for the car from a local auto store, and then had to go order a couple pipes from the dealership. And so with most of the parts finally here, it was time to once again call my dad. First order of business, self-explanatory, we had to pop in the new fish tank. We then began fully removing the crashed in cooling system, since we had a fully assembled one that came in with that big shipment of parts. Then came the mounts for the headlights. We were honestly just kind of assembling things all over the place, not much reason behind the madness, but with those on, we decided to pop on the passenger side fender, which made this thing really start to take shape. Had to be careful here. I never realized how expensive modern headlights are, but with that one on, we moved over to putting in that new radiator, which fit right in no problem. So we moved on to much of a headache, but we found that because this is a super hyper car, you can't just pour coolant into it. You have to do this special pump leading procedure ritual thing, or the engine could break. So it was back to Harbor Freight to get this special pump which sucks the air out of the coolant pipes and then fills it back up with new coolant under pressure. And there's two separate systems and tanks on this car, so we ended up having to do that process twice. Now with the coolant pumping through the car, it was time for the moment of truth. We connected the new battery to the car and it came alive, but we didn't mean to turn it on.
I didn't even get in the car yet. I'm not sure why it's making that noise.
As soon as it got power, it started buzzing and making all this noise, which got us really hyped, but when we'd go to press the button, the car wouldn't actually start. It was weird. It was in like some sort of limp mode where we could only put it in park or neutral. We tried different ways to press the button and all kinds of things, but it just wouldn't start up. It was a devastating blow to the vibe here in the garage.
I called up Sam yesterday and he was saying that BMWs really don't like even slightly dead batteries. So my dad took the battery home last night and charged it up. So we're gonna see if that can work.
As soon as the battery went in, it did fire up again. So I got in the car to start it, but unfortunately it was just doing the same exact thing as yesterday. My dad connected the scanner he has, which was able to clear a few codes, but it was still completely unresponsive in this weird mode. Until it just wasn't.
Yo, it just randomly turned on.
Was it the battery? Was it the code clearing? Was it the vibe that I brought that day? I don't know, but I'm telling you, it worked. The car turned on and we were able to drive it back and forth for the very first time. At which point we slapped on the hood and I took it for a spin. It was now completely drivable and starting up was no longer an issue. It turned off and on just fine. I'm sure there was still the Christmas lights on the dash, but that's all fixable. The car works, the car runs. So we gave it a rinse and I got 5 words for you.
This is a BMW i8. You gotta let me know if I'm tweaking here, but for the money, this is an absolutely insane car.
Well, I guess I haven't broken down the price yet.
I mean, it's 10 years old, but it still looks like something from the future.
Okay, so as far as the cost, I didn't want to take 6 months on this project and wait for the best possible deals to come along, so I did kind of pay a premium on some of the parts I ordered. Let's just say I'd have to run one of those car giveaway raffles to break even on it. But again, the car cost $20,775. Then I had all the banking and auction fees, which totaled up to $1,912. The big shipment of parts that came in, which were the paint-matched fenders, bumper, hood, full radiator system, and headlights, total for that was $11,376. Then I put in a couple orders from that BMW parts deal website. I also did a few sneaky local cash deals and a couple things from the dealership. This was like brackets, mounts, pipes, sensors, connectors, stuff like that, but all of that came out to $2,973. Now, if I were talking about this the way people talk about their e-commerce revenue, I'd obviously end it here. I mean, this is the price point that the car is currently sitting at, and as you guys saw, it runs and drives, but in reality, I'm also gonna need a new windshield, which the quote I got for that was $1,100. I'm gonna need 4 new tires, which is gonna be about $1,700. Part of the bumper is gonna need a respray, so let's add in $1,000 for that. And of course, I mean, you saw the dash. That's definitely gonna need some work, but I have a friend who deals with this kind of thing come by, and he has this super crypto computer, so he scanned the car and told me it actually doesn't look too bad.
Can you play games on that?
No.
I should be able to have everything smoothed out, finalized, recalibrated, all the modules reset. For worst case scenario, $2,500, but I am gonna have to take the car to the shop for that. So all in, we are just $2,000 above the cost of a brand new Prius, coming in at a total of $43,338. Not a crazy deal. I think we might have failed on the whole make a profit portion of this. Thing, but I'm hooked. I want to try this again. I want to run this back with another car, so let me know if you have any suggestions.
Yo! Hey, before anything, I just want to say thank you for 100 subscribers. I don't know what the fuck to do for that. I'm gonna be honest. I have nothing, but I just wanted to say.
Can make thousands of dollars with this side hustle, so let's try it. I found these AirPods on Temu, which are literally $20, so let's buy a pair. 2 weeks later, they arrived in this sketchy ass box, and inside that box were the AirPods. So I unboxed them and tested them out. My iPhone recognized them as genuine AirPods, which is crazy, and they actually sounded really good as well. But now it was time to sell them, so I listed them online as Bluetooth headphones for $150. I only listed them a few hours ago, and someone's already wanting to buy them. So let's go and meet up with him. Hey, you here for the headphones?
Yes, I am, mate. Thank you. They work, obviously.
Yep.
Okay. 150, right? Thanks, man.
I'm not actually scamming this guy. Hey, this is actually a social experiment. They're from China. They're not real. So you can keep them, and you can keep your money back as well.
Keep the money and the headphones. They're not real?
Yep, they're from China.
Thanks for telling me.
So don't do this side hustle. It's scamming, it's unethical, and karma's a bitch. Reselling AirPods.
What would happen if you showed up to Facebook Marketplace meets in a Lamborghini and proceeded to lowball the person?
Oh!
Yep, this is a story of how we're up big time. You see, Australians are known to be the 3rd most generous country, but I really wanted to put that kind-hearted Australian culture to the test.
What's going on here, guys? Over f***ing glasses. You're in a f***ing half of me Lambo. Don't bring the Lambo into this.
So I've teamed up with the 3 most Australian blokes I could find.
We didn't expect to be up here because we were paying $4 on sports bet.
And we managed to get our hands on one of these bad boys.
Hey, yeah. No friends in the industry. My brothers been my brothers and they don't kill me up that. I was never snapping when I chat before the ad. Stood on everything I said and never took it back.
You see, we thought there'd be no better way to test the generosity of Australians than asking for discounts on their personal items while driving a $500,000 car. Comment below, what would you do in this situation?
One of my viewers got a friend request from a random account and they thought it was a scam. But brother, look at this. Look at this moron on Discord who decided to put in their account credentials in their bio. They think only visible to self. Yeah, right. I'm going to get this 2.6 million Bitcoin by hacking into this dude's account. So first things first, I need to go to btcusa365.com. Definitely not a sketchy URL, but when I go to this website, I'm greeted with this video's sponsor, Guardio. Guardio is a super easy to use browser extension that keeps you safe on the internet. It blocks harmful downloads and malicious websites. Guardio is keeping you guarded. pun intended, from simple scam YouTube comments all the way up to advanced scams trying to install malware on your computer. Now you might think you're safe with your two-factor authentication. You're not. If you download malware, it can bypass two-factor authentication, and that's how Linus Tech Tips got hacked. With Guardio blocking over 100 times more websites than its competitors and getting featured by Google and finally having over 1 million users, it's honestly a no-brainer to add it to your internet safety toolbox. Now, Guardio doesn't just block websites. In fact, it also scans the internet to let you know if your personal information has been exposed in a data breach. Whether it be on your computer or on your phone, this protection isn't just for you. You don't have to be selfish with it because you can share Guardio with 4 other people. And there's probably someone watching this right now that has a malicious browser extension installed. You can detect and disable it by heading to guard.io/NTTS. You can scan your browser for threats for free, and if there's something bad, use Guardio's 7-day free trial to remove those threats. If you use my link, you'll get 20% off your monthly subscription. Thank you, Guardio, for sponsoring this video. I know what I'm doing, Guardio. I know I'm going to get $2 million right now, and I get to quit YouTube. Now it's time for me to hack into this very official-looking website. So I'm going to click the login button, and I need to log into this account, and thankfully I don't have it memorized, so I go back. The account name is Jaden, and the password is AD1388. One of the most secure passwords on the planet. Jaden, password AD1388. And I press enter. I need to press the login button, apparently. The enter key doesn't work, but this is a very legitimate website. Now, hacking in, I see how much money this guy has, and he does, in fact, have $2682420, and I want this money now. I don't care about ethics aside. I'm stealing this $2.6 million from my viewer, so I'm gonna click on withdrawal. So I put in 2600000. I'll leave that guy the $80,000, you know, finder's fee, of course. And I need to enter in a trade key, beans. Okay, there's a trade key that I need to enter in. It's basically just a second password according to the very legitimate BTC USD. I can't keep a straight face with this. It's a second password, okay? And maybe I'm just one of the best hackers on the planet, so I can enter in the best password on the planet, BTC USA 365. Maybe this guy is more of a moron than we think. All right, maybe I can't get lucky here. And I also realize I'm supposed to add my actual Bitcoin account in my wallet, because right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to withdraw to this dude's wallet. I can't have that. I want this money. So I'm going to go back to my account, of course, and I need to add a wallet. And before I even go any further, there's the trade key again. And this website is honestly extremely secure. I mean, this is like Fort Knox trying to hack into this account. But there's one final button I can click on. Transfer. Maybe I can transfer this money to a different account. Maybe, perhaps, my account. And when I click on transfer, it tells me right here, this beautiful blue button tells me that I can one-click transfer without a key. This is my solution to steal this guy's $2.6 million of his hard-earned money. So I mean, the process is simple. I just need to open an incognito tab, put on my safety shades, aka my deep hacker glasses, and press the enter key and visit the website. And I'm gonna make a new account. Register. My login account. Alright, I filled out my information. My username is my wife left me, my password is ballsack, and my secret trade key is Among Us. And I'm saying it out loud just in case I forget, because if I forget I have to go back to this video and listen to it. So I'm gonna submit this new account. This mobile phone number already exists? Damn, okay. I'm in the account now, my wife left me, and all I need to do is just go back, and I just need to transfer this money from Jaden's account into my wife left me account. So my account name is my wife left me. And Susan, if you're watching this, please come back with the 2 kids. I promise I won't buy another pet alligator. And for the amount, I mean, Susan will come back if I get $2.6 million. So I'm going to transfer that $2.6 million and rekindle my lost marriage. One-click transfer without a key. I click on it, and I get hit with this error code. The opposite account's VIP level is too low to transfer. The opposite account must be first level VIP to be transferred. I need to have VIP on this website to transfer my funds? Is this like Discord? Am I going to have to pay for Discord Nitro to send a message? God damn, what has the internet become this day and age? So anyways, I'm gonna go back to my wife left me account, which if this joke is getting stale, it's because it's already been stale for me. This is my only joke I have in my portfolio. But I need to get my VIP upgrade. It took me a little bit to find the button. I just need to be VIP 1 to get my transfer. VIP 1 is $50, and my trade key is Among Us. I almost forgot it. And I click upgrade now. And my account balance is insufficient. All I need to do is just just add $50 to my account, and I could get that $2.6 million. So I'm going to deposit, and now it's time for me to deposit into this account $50 so that I can buy VIP and have $2.6 million. Once I send that money, I need to send a screenshot of the transaction. So I uploaded the file, and the amount I sent was $50. The trade key is Among Us. And this isn't video edited, by the way. I just sent that photo just to piss these scammers off. And I click on confirm. Operation succeeded. And now all I need to do is wait for them to get my $50 and put it on my account. Just kidding. I'm never going to see that money back. The whole point of this scam was to get you caught up in the fact that you're hacking into Jaden's account, and this $2.6 million never existed in the first place. Of course, that's pretty obvious, but there are a lot of red flags on this website that are actually hilarious, because this is Jason's Bitcoin wallet address. And when I go on a blockchain explorer, as we can see here, this account has had 0 transactions, which doesn't entirely make sense, because if you have $2.6 million, you might have a couple of transactions. You won't just have a dead empty wallet. You know, diversify your portfolio, or something what economics people say. Now, since we're looking at Bitcoin wallet addresses, I might as well see how much money did these scammers make, because if I go to account and go to deposit, they send me their Bitcoin address here. I can copy it, go back into the wallet explorer thing. God, this website's awful to use. Press enter. But when we go to this account, you can see that there have been 7 transfers, but there's 0 transactions. So maybe it's a good sign. I'm not entirely sure about the nomenclature of transfers versus transactions, but you don't have to sit there all crying about nomenclature. We can just copy this Bitcoin address. We go to, once again, another website that tracks Bitcoin addresses and all that stuff and has literally information all over the page. It's like a Subway Surfer TikTok YouTube video thing. When we go to their wallet, they have $3,566. Now, there are a lot of little transactions, but the main thing that would make me realize that someone got scammed would be someone sending in $50. And kind of tough to see, but once we get towards the bottom here, we can see that they received $13. They gave $18 away. Oh, and there we go. $43, $1,000, $2,390. Yikes. Now, the thing with blockchain technology and all this wallet tracking stuff is that it's hard to say specifically if the people sending this money are victims or if it's the scammer sending money between their Bitcoin wallets, but there is money in this scammer's hands. And BTCUSA365.com isn't the only website that I've seen with this very particular type of scam. In fact, a viewer sent me a screenshot of someone, and they also had the financial account of Jaden, and they're on a new website, ETHVIP7.com. And I mean, I think it's time for me to visit ETHVIP7.com. I mean, what is it going to look like? Once again, Guardio telling me that this bad boy is malicious, and I open it up, and in fact, it looks like the same website. In fact, I think the best part about this is that this is a completely different website. Let's see if my original account my wife left me is on this platform. My password is ballsack. I click login, and look at that. I logged in. This is a completely different website. This is ETHVIP7. Remember, completely different website, but it's I can put my account on both of these websites. It's the same website. On this specific website, if you scroll down, they have a little email address. They also have a Telegram account that you could probably harass if you want to. Actually, no, don't do it. No, don't harass them. That would be awful. But if we Google this email address, oh no, there's more scam websites associated with this very specific email, BTCUSDT365. So that's enough fit farting around with this scam website. Let me tell you some information that'll actually help you if you are a recipient of one of these scams. Now, there's 2 strategies that we can take. There's the normie strat, and then there's the pro gamer strat. And if you're a pro gamer, I'll love you forever. But in terms of the normie strat, the most important thing about these scams is that when you receive them, it's a friend request. And there's one very important pattern that we can exploit. It's the fact that this user account is in none of your servers. So that means we can go into our Discord account, go into user settings, go to friend requests, and we can turn off friend requests from everyone. And what that means is that those Discord bots won't be able to send you a friend request anymore, and you won't have to get these really obviously not a scam Discord bot accounts saying, check my bio. Now, this isn't entirely foolproof. Let's say you're on a Discord server of one of your friends and they don't know how to kick scam bots because they just don't know what they're doing, then you might need to turn off friend requests from server members. And finally, if you keep on getting these scam friend requests, then you need to turn off friend requests from friends of friends. You should never be bothered by one of these check my bio scam bots. But if you're watching this long, then you're a professional gamer. You want to hear the gamer strat. Well, if you ever receive one of these scam scam bots telling you to check their bio, then you just need to figure out what this link is. So this is btcusa365.com, and we need to go to a website called fish.report. This bad boy is going to tell you how to report malicious websites, and it is extremely easy. Just put in the phishing URL, so btcusa365.com. You can always copy and paste it, press the big analyze button, and you do need to make an account, which is kind of annoying, but once you make it, you can also keep track of all the websites you reported, which is a little bit of fun. And if you're sitting at the screen for a long time, it's because you didn't click on the start takedown button. I made that same mistake right now. But as you can see here, it tells us that the safe browsing verdict is safe, so we need to do a little bit of work. Now, the reason why I call it the gamer strat is the fact that when you report this website successfully, it makes it where it pops up with Google safe browsing saying this is a malicious website, and you prevent other people from being scammed. So you go on this website, and it'll tell you the available actions, and this is made specifically for the website that you are trying to take down, and you first need to report to Microsoft Security Intelligence. You go through the process, it's really quick. You just put in the website, submit that bad boy, and wait for the robots at Microsoft to do something properly. Go back and you'll see it's completed, and next up we report to Google Safe Browsing. And you just fill out a cute little description that the robots at Google will understand, hopefully, and you click submit. What? Anyways, the captcha messed up again, so I have to type that whole thing over. I hate myself. And once you're done that, then you just need to rinse and repeat for every single one of these Bitcoin websites that are obviously scams. And for everyone else, if you think you're about to get $2 million and you just need to send $50 to do it, you're getting scammed. So stay safe out there. I love you, sweetheart, and enjoy the sunshine, okay? Mwah.
All right, boys, you ready? This is called Roblox Door Kicker. Check this out. Top center, you see my leg strength. I walk over to this little dummy and I kick it. Now I got 2. Now I have 3. Now I have 4. And then we go over to the door and we kick the door down.
Oh, that makes too much sense.
But there is a feature in this. I'll show you. Once you get enough strength, you'll see it. It's insane. But you guys know the rules. We have 20 minutes. Whoever has the most strength by the end wins. Ready?
Ooh, got it. Okay.
Dude, guys, remember, you have 3 seconds. Hit the like button right now, too. Please hit the like button so I can feed my family. Hit the subscribe button later, nerds. Oh, I forgot. There's also no cheats. Where there cheats are allowed. You can buy anything you want at any time, anywhere.
No, he said there were no cheats.
No, there are cheats. Okay, so look, I have 700 kick strength. So watch, whenever I kick this door, watch what happens.
What? I have 7 spins of the wheel. Just to...
Wait, how?
Don't worry about it.
Wait, I want to spin the wheel. I'm spinning it. Okay, I got a.
Whoa, I got so
5 keys. Ooh. Oh yeah, guys, and also I found something. I may or may not do this. I don't know. You see over here, there's this limited pets. This pet here has a 250,000 boost on it. The highest I've ever seen in my career of Roblox. And it costs 50,000 Robux. I don't know if I want to spend 50,000 Robux. You guys are gonna have to hit the like button if you want to see this. Oh God, I'm not gonna be able to buy food. First of all, let me go ahead and buy this. This is VIP, so I get double the amount of kick power whenever I kick, right? Well, first do that. There we go, get that. Is there anything in the shop? Okay, I got that, now I can use this. How many am I getting? Should be 2. Yeah, I'm getting 2 per kick. But once I start buying pets, right, like over here, look at this, 5 pet with the 5 keys. It should. A common bumblebee, yeah. I just got a cumble bombing bee. What?
What'd you call me?
Excuse
me?
Sorry?
What? A humble bumblebee?
Fumble. Okay, hold on, what does that give you? 0.2 times 2 boost, so that should give me 6 per click, boys!
Hey. That's it? That's cute.
What? You're cute. Sorry.
Thank you.
I didn't mean that in a good way. Wait, so there are drinks in this. 2 times energy. Got it. Okay, got it.
He's saying got it because he just bought each one of those?
I didn't. So what is this? Hatch golden pets. Okay, don't care. 2 times energy. Double your strength for 30 minutes. Oh.
Right.
So I was getting 6. How am I gonna get now? How many There we go.
I'm gonna spin the wheel more.
He's not following the rules.
Oh, I want to do the next area. Oh.
Wait, are you at the next area? Oh, I'm at the next area. Okay, cool. So I was getting 6 back there. How many do I get here? 6
Wait,
still.
you're only in the next area. I'm in the next area.
How?
Yeah, see you later.
Yeah,
see you guys.
How?
Oh, wait, yeah, keep going. What the heck?
Oh, no. Wait.
See you, man. I gotta go to the next area, too.
No, you guys are cheating!
Wait, what? Dude, I went to the next realm, bro.
Oh, no, they're cheating. Boys, I have to catch
I'm going to be buying a brand new iPhone 16 for $120. Here's how. So we're heading out right now to go pick up an iPhone 11 that I found on Facebook Marketplace for $120. I'm going to be taking that iPhone 11 and I'm going to be listing it on eBay and reselling it for a profit. We're then going to take the money from that sale and reinvest it into another phone that we can do the same thing with and resell that one for a profit, and keep doing that same process until we have enough money to buy a brand new iPhone 16. Essentially, allowing us to buy a brand new iPhone 16 with only $120. Let's go get this phone. All right, so we got the phone. It is actually in really good condition. It always had a screen protector on it, so it actually has like no scratches on it. It's an incredibly good buy for $120. So might be a little bit extra, but to be efficient, I actually brought this backdrop so that I could take photos for the phone right away and get it listed up on eBay, because we do actually potentially have our next deal already set up. We could only afford to buy that next phone if we get this iPhone 11 sold. All right, so I listed the phone for $238.39. I listed it at that price because that's the average sold price that eBay said they've been selling for. Ours is actually in really good shape, so I have a feeling it's gonna sell pretty quick. I will check back with you guys once we have a sale. Good news, we have sold our iPhone 11, sold on eBay for the asking price that we set it at, which was $238.39. And as you can see here, after eBay fees, shipping, everything that the buyer was charged, we are left with $211.67. And we've actually already picked up our next flip on Facebook Marketplace today. Found this iPhone 12 64GB. It was originally listed at $200, but as you can see, it was in fairly rough shape with quite a bit of scratches on the screen. So I originally sent her an offer offering $120. Didn't hear back from her because, to be fair, it was a little low. So I came back and offered her $150. She agreed, we picked it up, and we now have it listed up on eBay for $279. So I'm realizing if you're completely new to this channel, you might be really confused on what exactly we're doing here and how we're making this profit. So I want to give you guys a quick 30-second overview of how this works and how we're getting such good deals, and more importantly, how we're able to make the profit that we are selling these phones. So the phones that we are buying are coming from Facebook Marketplace. Pretty much the way that we're getting such good deals is I am constantly checking Facebook Marketplace to make sure that when a good deal is posted on Facebook Marketplace, I am the first one to see it, and I'm the first one to make an offer, and in turn, the first one to set up a meetup and actually buy the phone, which is what allows me to get such great prices for these used phones. I'm then taking those phones and I'm reselling them for a profit on eBay, where phones do typically sell for a premium because people are willing to pay more for a phone if it is shipped directly to them and they don't have to deal with the hassle of meeting up with someone on Facebook Marketplace or any of that stuff that a lot of people just don't want to deal with. All right, so our iPhone 12 has sold and we're left with $245.68 after eBay's fees and shipping and everything they took, which leaves us with $307.35 to find our next phone. Let's get this shipped. So I just got back from picking up our next two flips. When you guys first see what I picked up, you might not initially think these are very good deals, but trust me, we're gonna make some good money on these, even if they look like that. So I found this iPhone 13 listed on Facebook Marketplace. It was initially listed for $100, and as you can see, it had some cracks on the back, it had some cracks on the camera lens. Actually, the camera lens is just gone, and there's also some cracks on the screen. The camera does work fully, it's just the lens. The screen's fully working, there's no issues with the screen at all, it just has the cracks on it. There's still a market for this phone. It was initially listed for $100, so I offered $100 for the phone. She wasn't getting back to me, which usually means she's getting a lot of messages. So I actually offered her $150 to mark it as sold so I could go pick it up. That worked because, go figure, if you offer someone more for a phone and then they listed it for, they're going to respond to you. So as I mentioned, I didn't just pick up one phone. I picked up two phones. When we went to go pick up this phone from them, I mentioned that I actually buy them and resell them, and it turns out her husband also had his iPhone 13 that they were willing to sell. This one was in very similar condition. It still had some cracks on the back of the phone as the first one did. The screen actually didn't work at all, but she was able to remove the iCloud from this device as well. So it's fully iCloud unlocked. It's just the screen that's damaged, and we were able to buy it for $100. So we picked up two iPhone 13s for $250. Y'all get weird when I don't have a screenshot, but obviously I don't have a screenshot for the other one because it was never listed. So here's me going out of my way to message her and let her know I sent the money for the other iPhone 13. Not sure what else I could provide in terms of proof, so do with that what you will. I told you guys this was a good deal. We're heading out right now to go drop off our broken iPhone 13 that we bought for $100 that we sold for $300 on eBay. And we still have one more iPhone 13 left over that we are waiting to sell. All right, so we found our next phone. We found this iPhone 12 listed for $100 that we're going to pick up right now. It's quite a good deal. He originally had it up for $100. We're getting it for $120 because he was getting a lot of messages and said he would mark it as sold if we paid $120. It's still a great deal, so I'm offering him $120 and we're going to pick it up right now. So he did actually mention that the charging port is a little bit finicky, which is why I listed it fairly low. But believe it or not, the charging port's actually a really inexpensive part. It costs like $2 or $3. And there is a lot of repair shops that buy stock from eBay that are more than willing to still pay a very good price for that phone, even with the damaged charging port. So should still be worth a decent amount.
What's up, dude?
What about test it real quick?
Go for it, yeah.
Cool. So it's just the charging port that's a little finicky?
Yeah, no, it's like it works. I just
It works.
it right now.
All right, cool. I just sent it if you want to confirm. 120 iPhone 12 has been secured. So we have some updates. So we have sold our iPhone 12 128 gigabyte for $340, as well as we also sold our other iPhone 13 for $269. In addition to that, we also went and we picked up this mint condition iPhone 12 this morning for $150. It's not 128 gigabytes like the last one, but it's absolutely mint condition, still a great price and gonna be a solid amount of profit. I will be honest, I haven't done the math on how much money we have just yet. What I do know is we definitely had enough money to buy this phone this morning. Once this one sells, I'll update you with exactly how much money we have, as well as how much more we need to earn to get the brand new iPhone. We have sold our final iPhone 12 for $320, which leaves us with a total of $910.11. I don't actually know how much the new iPhone's gonna cost because I have started flipping these phones and started filming this video before the Apple event, so they haven't actually announced the iPhone yet. And I don't know exactly how much it's gonna cost, or if they're gonna call it the iPhone 16. I really hope they are gonna call it the iPhone 16, because I've called it the iPhone 16 quite a few times so far in this video. That would suck. But what I think I'm gonna do to make sure that we for sure have enough money to buy the phone is I'm gonna take this entire $910, I'm gonna spend it all on phones that we're gonna flip, I'm gonna resell those phones, and then I am positive that if we flip a full $910 worth of phones, we'll have enough money to buy the new iPhone. Hopefully they call it the 16. That is exactly what we did. We got this 11 for $100, along with this cracked iPhone XS he included for $20, an iPhone 11 Pro with a crack on the camera lens for $70, an iPhone 12 Pro Max with a cracked back glass for $200, an iPhone 13 with a cracked back glass for $200, and our final phone was this iPhone 13 Pro in mint condition we paid $300 for. All right, so all of our phones have sold. I'm gonna have all of the screenshots up on the screen. Apologies, no fancy edits. I'm posting this video today. It is literally me editing this, so I'm just gonna have them up on the screen. But as you can see, all of our phones have sold, and the total amount of money we have after eBay fees and shipping and absolutely everything we were charged, the actual amount of money that was sent to our bank account from eBay is a total of $1,732.98. I'm 99% sure that that is more than enough to buy the latest phone, but the Apple event starts literally 15 minutes from now, so we will know for sure if we were successfully able to turn the $120 iPhone 11 we bought at the start of this video into a brand new iPhone, Hopefully they call it a 16. All right, so the Apple event is officially done.
But I got a pretty good explanation. So we don't get our iPhones from Apple. If we got them from Apple, we wouldn't be able to sell them at the price we're selling them. I know that sounds kind of weird, so let me explain. We get all our iPhones from carrier auctions. For example, let's say you trade in your iPhone 12 to T-Mobile so you can upgrade and get a 14 Pro. What we do is buy the phones that were traded in for a discounted price, have them shipped to our facility. Once we get them, we have a team of technicians test them, make sure they're fully functional. Once it's confirmed that the phones are fully functional, we then clean and sanitize them. And after that, at this point, they're ready to be shipped out as customers place orders. But since we're not shipping them out in Apple original boxes, we put them in plastic bags until they're ready to be shipped out in our custom packaging. So the funny thing is, we keep all our phones in plastic, but I gotta...
What happened to your phone, you said, sir?
Oh, I was playing with him, and then...
What happened to your phone, you said, sir?
Oh, I was playing with him, and then...
When I first started playing Fortnite, I thought it would be easy to get 240 FPS with an RTX 3060. I mean, just look at the game. No shadows, no reflections, 240 FPS should be light work for this GPU. And on top of that, the RTX 3060 in this laptop can chew through any AAA game in 1080p high settings. But I quickly learned that Fortnite is just one of those games that have unstable and low FPS no matter what you do. And I don't know about you, but I'm lazy and broke. So I'm not gonna buy a new laptop, and I'm not gonna spend hours optimizing it either. So that left me with one last option. Download every FPS pack until I get 500 FPS. This should be easy. Just download FPS packs until you get 500 FPS is what you would think if you were stupid. The thing is, every YouTuber and TikToker just can't stop lying. The only way you're ever gonna get a 1000 FPS boost is if you buy a Ryzen 4070. The Avengers had a 1 in 14,605,000 chance of defeating Thanos, which is still a better chance than I have at gaining even 1% more FPS by downloading one of these packs. But as we saw in Endgame, somehow the Avengers won. So maybe we could pull off a miracle too. Because it's so impossible to actually find anything remotely useful on the internet, and even after finding these packs, most of them have 8,000 viruses. So I might literally break my laptop. Not only that, I am also a full-time student. I'm cooked, bruh. I got 8 tests to study for. But instead, I'm here trying to chase a number on a computer that I don't even use. But do you know what I do use all the time? Today's sponsor, Exit Lag. It's an app that drops and stabilizes your ping in thousands of different games by optimizing your routes to the game servers. And you know it's legit when there's a clip of Peterbot sharing his Exit Lag settings when he's not even sponsored. To get a free trial, all you have to do is use the link in the description, and you don't even need to put in your credit card information. Your free trial starts the second you make an account, and once you have it open, all you have to do is select your game and you're good to go. In Fortnite Reload, my ping dropped from 27 to 22, and in Battle Royale, it went from 20 to 10. And when I had 2 subscribers, I tried my best to find free versions of Exit Lag, but none of them compared to the results I got from this gaming VPN. And the best part is that it's even cheaper now that there are multiplayer plans where you can share your account with up to 5 people. So your whole Fortnite squad can start quad editing like some absolute demons. So get a free trial with my link in the description and join the hundreds of people who started using Exit Lag just because of these videos. Anyways, I'm kind of in a rush, so let's get right back into getting 500 FPS on my laptop by downloading some FPS packs. I did a fresh install of Windows to get rid of my old optimizations and installed everything I needed, and with no optimizations we are getting a very inconsistent 230 FPS, which sounds pretty decent until you realize we are rendering nothing but the empty sky. So to reach the goal of 500 FPS, we're gonna have to get more than double of what we have now. However, as an experienced laptop user, I know a really simple trick, which is literally just connecting my laptop to my monitor, and that bypasses something called NVIDIA Optimus and gives us the single biggest FPS boost of this entire video. And that bypasses top user, I know a really simple trick, which is literally just connecting my laptop to my monitor, and that bypasses something called NVIDIA Optimus and gives us the single biggest FPS boost of this entire video, putting us over the 400 FPS mark. but if you've ever tried optimizing your computer before, you know squeezing out that last bit of FPS is the hardest part, so getting 500 FPS would still be a pretty tough challenge. And now all we need to do is look for some FPS packs to download, and because I'm an optimization YouTuber, it only makes sense to look for these optimizations on YouTube. So I went onto YouTube and searched up FPS packs, and the first Fortnite related video came from a guy named EXM. You guys might remember him from last week's video, but the rest of the FPS packs that I'll be trying later in this video will come from people that I've never looked into before. I just wanted to start off with his packs because his video was the first one I saw, and also his packs have basically never disappointed me. He has a Google Drive download linked in his Discord, so immediately I knew I wasn't going to get any viruses on my computer, as Google does a full scan of every file you download, so that gets a thumbs up from me. However, something different happened this time, in the worst possible way, and this would set us back so far on our journey to 500 FPS. If we rewind to last week, I accidentally forgot to disable some of my services, and little did I know I dodged a bullet. We all know that uninstalling apps and disabling services that we don't understand is a bad move because it is very easy to remove a core part of your computer and cause it to stop working. Although he had a warning telling us to leave antivirus, CMD, and NA services alone, apparently there were still more services that I should not have disabled, and this led to everyone's worst nightmare: the blue screen of death. So I let my PC restart into 2 more blue screens, and by let I mean my laptop did it by itself and I couldn't do anything about it. Thankfully, after the second blue screen, it restarted into recovery mode. Last time this happened to me was over a year ago, and it took me and my dad over 40 minutes to troubleshoot until we could get everything back. But this time I made a restore point just before applying the optimizations, so I used the restore point and everything was good again for about 30 minutes until I fricked up again. And you might be thinking, how the hell do you make the same mistake twice in a row? You are literally an optimization YouTuber. You're supposed to be smart. Well, the thing is, it's low-key hard to diagnose the problem if you don't know the problem. And if you've been keeping up with me, which you probably haven't because I have 2.5 subscribers, I don't know how half a person subscribed to me. Maybe Hasbullah subscribed to me. I didn't know this little man watched Fortnite videos, but basically I'm a stupid dumbass, so expect me to blue screen my laptop 6 more times later in this video. Let's just move on to FPS pack number 2. So I searched Fortnite FPS pack, scrolled a bit further, and came across a channel called KHYX. All these PC YouTubers gotta make the most randomest name out of the most random combination of letters, bruh. So I sorted through the comments a little bit, and it looks like he's